We are down to the Elite 8 of this tournament, and today we're going to crown a champion. Welcome back, race fans, to the semifinals and championship rounds. Their motors are running, so let's get to it. Driving the Jaguar in gray finish, the number 7 seed from Norman Vern Racing, the V-Man, Vern Davis. Driving the 2016 Bugatti, the number 5 seed, Jonathan Hammer. Matthew Parisi from Gravity Track Grand Prix is the number 3 seed, driving the 2006 Pontiac GTO. And from Big Bishop Racing, driving the Aston Martin, the number 2 seed, Big Bishop. You're almost there, but don't get ahead of yourselves. Let's race. V-Man and Hammer in the front row. V-Man, Hammer, Big Bishop, Parisi single file into turn 2. V-Man pulls ahead, caught by Hammer at turn 3. And a tightly packed group headed to the finish, and it's V-Man, Hammer, Big Bishop, and Parisi. So scoring is 5 points for first, 3 for second, 2 for third, 1 for last. A DNF is a 0. The lap winner gets a bonus point for each DNF of his or her lap. Top 2 advance to the finals. So a pretty tight group led by the V-Man, Hammer, Big Bishop, and Parisi, 2, 3, and 4. V-Man and Big Bishop in the front row. Big Bishop, V-Man, Parisi, Hammer, single file into turn 2. Big Bishop and V-Man separating and locked up into turn 3, but caught by the pack. Bishop is spinning, V-Man closing. Oh man, and he steals it for the win. Oh, let's take another look. So we got Big Bishop trying to hold him off, swerving left and right. And then the V-Man times it perfect and slides in for the win. And Parisi just edged out Hammer for that 3rd place spot. So 2 straight wins for the V-Man gives him a commanding lead. Big Bishop is 5 back, but only 1 ahead of Hammer and 2 ahead of Parisi. Parisi and Big Bishop in the front row. Parisi, Bishop, Hammer, V-Man single file into turn 2. Parisi's running away with this lap. No answer from the pack, turn 3. Oh, and he takes it easily. Big Bishop 2nd. Hammer and the V-Man 3 and 4. So the V-Man still with a 3-point lead. Parisi and Big Bishop locked in a battle with 8 points each. And don't count out Hammer, he's only 2 behind. He and Parisi will start in the front row of this final lap. Hammer and Parisi in the front row. Hammer leading V-Man, Parisi, Big Bishop into turn 2. And Hammer's pulling away, and that's bad news for Parisi and Big Bishop. Turn 3, spinning sideways. Here comes Parisi. He needs to get past V-Man to force a playoff. Can he? No! And V-Man holds him off. So the V-Man takes the series, and Hammer edges out Parisi. Those 2 advance to the finals. Driving the 2017 Camaro from DRFL, the number 8 seed, Forrest Jenkins. Driving the 95 Porsche Carrera from Ladylike Racing, the number 6 seed, Nighthawk. Kevin Rose from Jimbo's Diner is driving the Lotus Esprit as the number 4 seed. And from Hillbilly Racing, driving the 67 Ford GT40, the number 1 seed, Lance Reed. Jenkins and Nighthawk in the front row. Nighthawk, Jenkins, Rose, Reed, single file into turn 2. Nighthawk spinning, the pack closing on her into turn 3. Coming around, and they're going to finish in that order. It's Nighthawk, Jenkins, Reed, and Rose. So the youngster Nighthawk starts the group off with the win. Jenkins, Reed, and Rose finishing 2, 3, and 4. Jenkins and Reed in the front row. Reed, Rose, Nighthawk, Jenkins, single file into turn 2. Coming around, oh, trouble for Nighthawk and Jenkins back there. Reed and Rose speeding away, turn 3. And Reed holds off Rose for the double DNF win. Let's see what happened back there. We've got Jenkins off the track. And where's Nighthawk? She is under the curve. How the heck did she get there? So double DNF win, and Reed jumps to a 4-point lead over Nighthawk. Rose is 1 back, Jenkins is 2 back. Rose and Reed in the front row. Rose, Reed, Jenkins, Nighthawk, single file into turn 2. Same order coming around. Reed closing on Rose, turn 3. Rose flips. Reed is sideways. He's blocking Nighthawk. Here comes Jenkins up on the left side and steals 2nd from Nighthawk. Oh my goodness. And where's Rose? He's back there on his roof back there. So Reed is battling Nighthawk, and they don't see Jenkins sneaking up on the left side. At the last minute, he steals second. Good show. So once again, Reed can take this lap off. He has got his spot in the finals. The battle is between Nighthawk and Jenkins, and Nighthawk's in the front row of this final lap. Nighthawk and Rose in the front row. Nighthawk, Rose, Jenkins, Reed, single file into turn 2. And Reed's off the track, but it doesn't matter. Nighthawk's leading Rose, and Jenkins turn 3. Nighthawk fighting for that win, holding off Rose, and Jenkins is third, almost steals it. And there's Reed off the track. Again, doesn't matter, because he and Nighthawk are in double digits, and they advance to the finals. And here we are. Welcome to the championship race, fans. These 4 drivers have made it through the gauntlet. This is an 8-lap series to crown the champion. Driving the 2016 Bugatti, the number 4 seed, Jonathan Hammer. Driving the 95 Porsche Carrera from Ladylike Racing, the number 3 seed, Nighthawk. Vern Davis, the V-Man from Norm and Vern Racing, is driving the 20 Jaguar as the number 2 seed. And from Hillbilly Racing, driving the 67 Ford GT40, still the number 1 seed, Lance Reed. Now y'all think you're the best? Well, you got 8 laps to prove it. Let's race. Hammer and Nighthawk in the front row. Hammer leading Nighthawk, V-Man, and Reed into turn 2. Nighthawk falls off the track. Hammer way out in front, turn 3. Still leading, he'll take it. Reed closing on V-Man, but can't quite get by those 2 and 3. And there's Nighthawk off the track and down the gully. So Hammer starts off with a DNF bonus point. V-Man is 3 back, but still a lot of racing to go. Hammer and Reed in the front row. Reed leading out Hammer, V-Man, Nighthawk into turn 2. Reed still pulling away from Hammer, turn 3. And Hammer's closing fast. He's looking for an opening, but oh, he rams him instead to the finish line. Then V-Man and Nighthawk. So Reed passes V-Man and cuts into Hammer's lead, only 2 back. Nighthawk is still struggling. V-Man and Reed in the front row. Reed, V-Man, Hammer, Nighthawk single file into turn 2. And Reed is putting on a clinic, creating distance from the V-Man. Turn 3, Reed and the V-Man sideways, and Reed straightens and crosses the finish line. Then Hammer and Nighthawk. So back-to-back wins, and Reed has taken over the lead from Hammer. V-Man is 4 back. Nighthawk and V-Man in the front row. Nighthawk, Hammer, V-Man, Reed single file into turn 2. Hammer and V-Man closing on a spinning Nighthawk, turn 3, all jammed up, and Nighthawk floors it and pulls away for the win. Reed sideways, and oh no! Skids to a halt for a DNF. So Hammer takes back the lead, 1 over Reed. Nighthawk's DNF bonus point puts her back on the map. All 4 drivers are still in contention at the halfway point. Hammer and Nighthawk in the front row. Hammer, Nighthawk, V-Man, Reed single file into turn 2. Nighthawk fishtails Hammer trying to pass. Wow, aggressive driving by the youngster, turn 3. They straighten out and Hammer floors it for the win. Then Nighthawk, V-Man, and Reed. So Hammer extends his lead to 5 over the V-Man and Reed. Nighthawk is 7 back with 3 more laps. Hammer and Reed in the front row. Reed, V-Man, Hammer, Nighthawk single file into turn 2. Reed pulling away, Hammer battling V-Man, Nighthawk's MIA, turn 3. Reed straight down the middle, and we got a tight finish with the V-Man and Hammer. Oh, we got to sort that one out later. And where's Nighthawk? She flipped somewhere, I guess at turn 3. I didn't catch that. So here's the finish with Hammer and V-Man. That's Reed going across, and here comes V-Man and Hammer. It's close but clear. The V-Man takes second. So a DNF bonus point victory for Reed, and he's 1 behind Hammer with 2 laps to go. V-Man is 4 back, and Nighthawk is 9 off the lead. V-Man and Reed in the front row. Reed, V-Man, Hammer, Nighthawk single file into turn 2. V-Man closing on Reed, Hammer and Nighthawk trailing turn 3. Reed maintains his lead, he'll take it. And V-Man is holding off Hammer, that's huge on the scoreboard. And Nighthawk is 4th. So here's an impressive stat. Reed has won all 4 of his front row starts. He's 2 ahead of Hammer going into this final lap. V-Man is 5 back, and Nighthawk is now 10 back. Nighthawk and V-Man in the front row. Nighthawk, Hammer, V-Man, Reed single file into turn 2. Nighthawk pulling away, Hammer second and Reed is last. That's good news for Hammer. Turn 3, Hammer's closing on Nighthawk, but she holds him off. V-Man third and Reed fourth. And Hammer gets his wish. His second place finish against Reed's fourth gives him the 2 points needed to tie this bad boy up. Much respect to Nighthawk and V-Man for making it to the finals. Thank you for racing, but our attention now turns to these two. The champion will be the first driver to win 6 laps. We'll start with Hammer on the outside lane. Let's race. Hammer on the outside lane and cuts Reed off at turn 1, pulling away into turn 2. Nice high turn, getting sideways. Reed's catching, both spinning. Turn 3, Reed's close. They're both spinning sideways. Hammer cuts him off and holds on for the win. 1-0 Hammer. Reed on the outside lane. Hammer gets the undercut in turn 1, pulling away completely. Turn 2, extending down the backstretch. Turn 3, no answer from Reed, and Hammer takes it by a long shot. And Reed moseying in for second. 2-0 Hammer. Hammer on the outside, and another overpass by Hammer at turn 1, pulling away into turn 2. Wow, no answer from Reed down the backstretch. Turn 3, and it looks like Hammer's gonna make this 3-0, and we are halfway there. Come on, Reed, where you at, homie? Reed on the outside, but it's Hammer that gets the drop at turn 1 again. Reed trying to close at turn 2, but Hammer seems to be holding on. Turn 3, he's just not making any mistakes, and he takes it. Wow, Hammer 4-0. Reed gets the jump this time into turn 1, and he's leading, heading into turn 2. Nice turn coming down the backstretch, headed to turn 3. Now this is the Reed that we saw before. Final turn, coming down, and it is 4-1. Reed is on the board. Hammer on the inside, and Hammer fires back at turn 1. That seems to be the key to victory coming into turn 2. And Hammer's been perfect down the backstretch. Still no answer from Reed. Turn 3. And Hammer is now 1 lap away from being crowned the champion. Reed gets the initial jump. Oh, but Hammer beats him to the turn again. Reed is trying to close turn 2. He gets sideways, and Hammer pulls away into turn 3. Oh, he's all alone to the finish line and onto the podium. So congratulations to Jonathan Hammer. You are the champion of the May 2021 Slingshot 360 Rally Tournament. Race fans, I hope you had a great time, but we're still not done yet. Remember those 16 drivers bounced in the first round? Yeah, we got a redemption tournament for that group coming up next. Click like and subscribe for immediate updates. Check us out on Facebook at Slingshot 360 Diecast Racing. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you at the races.